Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting everything sorted and prepared for your viewing pleasure. Just a minute longer and I will be ready to go. Welcome to everybody on Steam, on YouTube, on Twitch. It's great to have you. I see a lot of faces that I've seen before. I don't actually see your faces. I don't have that type of technology. That would be creepy. But I see usernames. It's delightful. One more moment and I will be ready to go. Okay, that's literally all I needed. Let's get into this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host. Oh my gosh. What happened to the screen? Hang on, I can fix this. I can fix this. That's much better. Oh my goodness. This is so much better. Except where's my face? Give me my face back. There it is. Oh my gosh. All is well and right in the world. That was a close one, guys. I thought I was removed from existence, like a Thanos snap kind of situation. It's fine. I am present for you. I'm Eric Schrader, Community Ambassador for Rockfish Games. Let me tell you what. I have had an incredible week. There have been some downs, and then things kind of wrap themselves out, and then now we're just on a high again. So I'm excited. I want to give my excitement to you. This should be a fun stream. So welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm delighted. Delighted. So, what am I so like joyous about? Why do I have this smile on my face? Well, so let me take you on a little journey really quick, okay? So, as you've seen in the previous streams, I have been trying to show you the job boards so much. Like, I wanted to give you nice variety to show you doing different things, and they've always been stuck on the 2 different job types, right? Oh my gosh, how infuriating is that? It's like, I want to show you content and I literally can't. Well, Andreas on the team, one of the battle-hardened developers who works to serve you, he found a solution. And he basically hacked my save file. It works! It's great. We're still working on implementing it into the actual game, but we're gonna make it there, folks. Oh my gosh, the important thing is that now I actually have a different variety of jobs for you to show. Isn't that great? Oh my goodness. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna start off, we're gonna pick up some jobs. I think I might be getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited to do this. This is EVERSPACE 2. This is a game that we've been working on for a while. A lot of you know this, but for anyone who's new to the stream, again, I say hello to you. It is great to have you here. Rockfish Games is dedicated to creating the single-player, sci-fi, arcadey space shooter with looter shooter mechanics and an open-world RPG setting. So there you go. Lots of words there, but I know that you can digest them because you're a smart lad or lattice. That's not how that works. Don't worry about it. Anyway, job boards. These are one of the sites that you can go to collect various missions to complete for rewards. Right? Because we want to do things and be rewarded for them. That's how games work. Duh. So, in this variety, I mean, you're gonna have a lot more. I'm still working on more. Like, this is not... You think this is it? Pfft, no. Work in progress. But, we have a lot more than just the 2 that we were stuck to. Anything from obtaining cargo to destroying a bunch of foes, acquiring goods, Minesweeper, which we'll never show on stream again because you've seen it a billion times. So we're gonna pick up a couple of these. I want to do this item retrieval one, I think. It just looks pleasant. But you can see a little bit of the new UI whenever you pick up a job. It gives you a check mark that says, hey, you've obtained this one. We're gonna do the search and destroy because it's always fun destroying things. We'll skip the Minesweeper for obvious reasons. Then we'll try to do, this one, look at this. We've got a unique item that we can obtain from doing this, a blocker. Now, this is an important item in the game, and we want to talk more about this, so we're absolutely going to pick this one up. Don't worry about the fact that it's a level 12 job. Nay, I say to thee, we will accomplish our tasks dandily. Whew, okay, rhyming's happening, and it's creeping me out. Okay, then last we're gonna do probably this lost cargo. I'm trying to get some variety. Oh, we already did an item retrieval. That's okay. You know, it's fine. We'll also do this lost cargo, just for kicks and giggles. Whoo! Can you tell I'm excited? I'm excited. And yeah, major kudos to Andy, by the way. Seriously, he deserves all the credit for this, because he honestly was looking for a number of different solutions to the issues that we were having within the game, and there are some things that we simply cannot fix. But that didn't stop him. He decided, nay, I'm gonna fix this, even though we technically can't. And we are, like I said, we are working on solutions to get those elements taken care of. So whenever we're getting to like a beta, and especially early access, absolutely this stuff's gonna be handled. We're just still working on it all. So yeah, seriously, a champion, a true champion. So thanks, Andy. I know you see me and I know you hear me. Okay, so now we've picked up these jobs. We're gonna just check out our ship really quickly. Yeah, we're pretty well loaded here. That's pretty neat. And I also think that we're doing a pretty good job on perks. I want to track these perks because I think there's a couple more. Yeah, let's go ahead and track these so that we can figure out what needs to be plugged in. We need Vardum crystal shards. Now, the irony behind that is because we just started tracking them, the tracking indicator isn't over here, but it is in the middle. You can see it in the middle, right? But you can't see it on the side here. Don't worry, it'll be fixed. But we need to pick up this Vardum crystal shard. We don't have any credits. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's sell some of this stuff that we don't need so that we can pick up more of this Vardum crystal shard. Because I think we need... How much more do we need 9 more, and I just want to buy this right now. That should be enough, right? Yeah, okay, that's more than enough. So yeah, sweet. One less thing to worry about. Now we just need to go for that iron. We'll deal with that later. All right, I just wanted to also show the the ship dealers one more time because it's always fun to see and talk about the modular-based approach to our ship design. So what does that mean? That means that each of our ships have unique parts that make up a whole. So here we have a cockpit, wings, and an engine that are all placed differently depending on various factors. These different parts will have associated attributes to them as well. We are also looking into an in-game state where you can customize your ship aesthetically, but also keep the stats that you want. So yeah, trying to get the best of both worlds. Here we have an Interceptor, different type of ship, but has that same modular approach going for it with the body, the cockpit, the engines, the wings, all of that sort of stuff. Let's see, another Sentinel. Ooh, I like that one. I like the colors on that one. Colors are also going to be far more customizable in the future, so that will be pleasant. Oh my gosh, that is a great looking ship. We might have to change that one. Who votes that we change our ship? We'll go back and look at our standard ship, but if we do change, it's gonna go to this striker. Except we don't have the money. I can make that happen. I have the power. So let's look at our ship really quick. This is the one that we're flying right now. This Sentinel. Pew pew pew. Feels pretty good. The one thing that I wanted to use this ship in particular for was showing the lateral thrusters. So when we're moving to the right, you can see the engines thrusting us to the right. When we go downwards, you can see them on the top there as well. And when we go up, it's probably... Oh, you can see them. See the little guys underneath? Yep. We opted to put in those lateral thrusters for a couple of reasons. One of which is because you guys requested it. So that was a big push. But also, getting that type of feedback whenever you're playing a game, it's really quite nice, right? So yeah, there you go. Otherwise, I think we're going to go ahead and use this energized boost. It's broken for right now, and that's why we're gonna use it. It's fun, don't worry. So let's go ahead and start doing some things. In particular, what we want to do is we want to find our job that we're tracking. So we have this one way over here. You'll see from our minimap that our regions have been fixed for the time being. Regions are basically these areas that kind of help you understand what factions has dominance. We do have a reputation system that will precede this, in fact, as well as kind of a wanted system, ? Which there will be more information on later. But just have to express that. Man, this guy is all the way over there. Okay, so maybe we'll start with this one first, this lost cargo mission. So we'll track that one accordingly, making it the one to follow. And then we'll just kind of cycle around and complete all of these in the process. Oh, everyone's saying change the ship. I just keep talking about things and we left. You know, it's fine. We'll go do this. We'll do a couple missions and we'll change ships, okay? Is that fair? We'll get a mix of both. Oh my goodness. I'm just thrilled to be here for you guys. It's always a pleasure, but just today is a feel-good day. How many of you have seen the cockpits, by the way? How many of you seen this? It's quite nice. We've got a speedometer in there. That's also another community suggestion that we received. Everybody wanted to know how fast they were going. Currently, you can only see that in the cockpit, but you know what? Hey, I think it fits in quite well in that little space. Okay, so we have to find some lost cargo here. And all these things on the dashboard, by the way, all of that's working. All of this is in working order, okay? So your weapon that you see in the lower left, we change our missiles. You can see that being adjusted as well. Like it's all properly working. There might be more coming. Maybe. You have to wait and see. But we're pretty thrilled how it's coming along. I always feel more immersed in the cockpit of the ship, says a flaming polar bear. Wow. My goodness. We do too. Oh yeah. It's pretty straightforward. We do too. So on this lost cargo mission, and many of the lost cargo missions, it will populate various little challenges for you to overcome. And the lost cargoes in particular usually have some sort of timing challenge that you have to get through. So we have this secure container, and we have to power this energy socket with this energy source right along the way. Now, the idea whenever we get done is to make it kind of a hard navigation challenge. And we're still tweaking, we're still modifying these. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of making it very hard on myself, I'm just gonna bypass it because I can do that. Oh my gosh, and I say that and I run into this pod and I couldn't do it. See, it's super easy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so this is just one little example of a job type that you could tackle. The lost cargo is generally going to be just finding some loot. So we're going to pick up these sealed containers. And now we're off and away to our next location. Actually, let's look around briefly. Maybe there's some more loot in the area. You never know. You never know. Just for aesthetics. Alright, that's fine. You can fly through this, though. Really skillfully, by the way. Like, incredible skill that you just witnessed there. I know that you're all really jealous. But now that we've tackled that, we do have to take this back to Nefty's planes. And instead of doing that, we're going to go complete these other missions that we still have tasked. So this item retrieval is what we want to do next. This hard item retrieval. So we're going to fly all the way over to the other space. Delightful. Ping! With an unknown signal. There are a lot of different locations that you will see in your travels that populate only when you're spending time in this state of the game. A lot of which people have seen as just unknown signals and as distress beacons, but we are looking to populate a bit of variety in these spaces as well. Now, some of those spaces that pop up are handcrafted, so what you're getting is a pool from a bunch of handcrafted locations, but we are implementing some procedural generation in there as well to keep you on your toes. You see some 10-hour ASMR videos coming out of this game. Oh my gosh. Also, speaking of ASMR, I want to make sure that our voice our voices are up so you can hear the beautiful text-to-speech that we have implemented. Oh, I'm sorry, Excelsior. Ask a question. Can we hear the ship's air conditioning while being in cockpit view and flying near to a star? If you completely kill the music, you can actually hear interior ship sounds for sure. I know that we did that with EVERSPACE 1. Why wouldn't we in EVERSPACE 2? I don't know if that's been implemented yet for sure, but I know that's absolutely the plan. The air conditioning though, I don't know about that one. Here, let's just do this for an experiment, okay? We're gonna just try this right now. I want you all to listen very intently, okay? Okay, it sounds exactly the same. So it hasn't been implemented yet. But legitimately, I can confirm that it is something that we desire to do. Like I said, this is actually in EVERSPACE 1. If you are in your third-person view versus your first-person view, there is a subtle difference between the sounds that you hear. So, yeah. Would have been real cool to show that, but don't worry. We'll get there. There will be at a time and a place, and that's going to be really cool. So now we have to find a stolen container from these ships that are out here. So we're going to take out this armor drone first and foremost. And we have this thermo gun, so we don't have to like, oh my gosh, we got a bomber as well. But yeah, we want to take out the armor drone first because reasons. It gives all the enemies nearby armor. That's legitimately why we want to destroy them. Whoop! Hey! We found the sealed container already, but we're gonna take out the rest of these guys. Sounds still really loud. Trying to balance a little bit. Let me know if the sound is working for you guys or not. I want to make sure you can hear things. Alright, so this Outlaw Bomber, I'm going to use our energized boost here. I want to talk about this for a brief second. As most of you know, the devices have unique modifiers on them, and these are called modes. And for each of the modes, they provide a ability. And for the energized boost, what we're using is called high pressure. So flying closely past enemies deals 308 kinetic damage and 308 shield damage and pushes them away. So what we want to do is we just want to say hello to this guy. And look at that. Look at it. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. So we're gonna top him off with a scatter gun. We flew by him so fast. It was basically like the cartoon character, just like whoop. That was beautiful. That's gonna stay in the game. Marco, Hans Christian, don't touch it. Leave it. Music might be a tad loud. All right. Hopefully it's gonna be good now. It looks like my sounds are good here. But if anyone thinks it's too quiet or too loud, let me know. We'll see what we can do. All right, so this item also needs to go to Nephew's planes, but of course we're still wanting to complete our other jobs. So we have another job here at this location, another item retrieval. So we're gonna go ahead and focus in on that one as well now. Beautiful. Go take care of it. Sounds creepy with no music. It says kicks off of YouTube. Yeah, yes. We wanted to have a very atmospheric quality. It's still too loud. Hopefully that's better. But we absolutely are going for a strong atmospheric quality to the game, so that if you aren't playing with any music, you get the sense and feeling of all these working components with one another in a sci-fi environment, right? Sound design is important to us. Oh, hey, look, ice cream cones. Neat. They have sprinkles. Let's barrage these guys as well. See if we can destroy some drones in a single hit. Oh yeah! That feels good. It's never gonna get old. I love that so much. Okay, shotgun. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, they've got some ramming tactics as well. Okay. Good, good. And this outlaw madcap. Let's see. We're gonna try and take him out with his own missile. I love doing that. Here we go. Wow, that was a lot of missiles though. Holy cow. I threw it too far, guys. That was gonna be so much fun. Ah! Can't win them all. So if you're wondering why there was an EMP burst there, and you might be looking at my devices saying, hey, your EMP is not on cooldown, how did you do that? Well, actually, it's because my shields have an ability. It allows me to fire an EMP blast within a 500 meter radius that stuns for 4 seconds when my shields enter the shutdown mode. So because I flew into those mines and it took out my shields, that's where the EMP burst happened from. So I could have stacked that, in fact, with my standard EMP boost like this. I just didn't. Nice, so another mission, job well done. We're taking a little bit of damage, but I think it's gonna be okay. All right, next mission is gonna be over here, the search and destroy mission. That sounds like fun. Here we go. Nice. Is this the game for me? I love Galaxy on Fire. Well, we are the creators of the original Galaxy on Fire series. The first and the second, those were our puppies. The team that made those, in fact, one of our leading developers basically created the original Galaxy on Fire from scratch. Big shout out to Hans Christian. So yeah, I think if you like that stuff, there might be some appeal here. But yeah. But also know that as EVERSPACE, like this is its own game, okay? This is not a recreation of something that was, okay? I want to make that abundantly clear. If people are like, oh, this looks like No Man's Sky, or if this looks like, why am I blanking on all of these games? There's plenty of games that people correlate this to. Freelancer, there's another one. Like, this is not like a follow-up to those games. This is not like the spiritual successor.
Let's get started, then.
This is very much our own take in the sci-fi world of a looter shooter in space where you go out and you kind of choose the decisions that you want to do. And that's the main goal at the end. We've taken a lot of inspiration, yes, but it's got our own twist. It's got our own unique take on it. And we hope that you'll see that as we move through here. Bowling for drones never gets old. This might not be enough firepower, but I just want to lock him down. Perfect. And an outlaw madcap, alright. You have too many shields for my liking. Much better. I just want one mine. We gotta get better at throwing mines, folks. Used to be my thing.
Okay, good.
All right. So Ice Cream Zone land has been accomplished. Feels good. We have one more mission to do? No, that's all of them. So now we need to head back to Nefty's Plains to collect our righteous rewards so you can see what you can earn through these missions. In particular, I really want to show you that blocker. Will Everspace 2 have an Unreal Engine 5 update? I know that we are exploring our options to make sure that our vision is met with the greatest tools that we have, and there has been some consideration of moving engines and stuff like that. But if we go that route, if we make any changes like that, we'll probably make an announcement about it before we like get too crazy, because it's a pretty big move to change engines. Even when it's like one Unreal Engine to another, it's pretty bold. Especially considering the timing of the full release for Everspace 2 alongside Unreal Engine 5. That's even more bold, if I'm being frank. We'd basically have to redesign or port over the entire game to a new engine near release. It's a little sketchy, you know? So we'll do what we can to do what's best for our community and what's best for the game. So here you get to see a little bit of a wonky sort of interaction here. Yes, the text is in the upper left corner. It's supposed to be down in the middle. We are collecting multiple jobs at once, which are in different conversations as opposed to one. All of these things will be addressed. Just know that we understand that there's a lot of bugs in here. The main thing to note is that we were able to successfully complete jobs. And now all of our jobs are back to acquisition of goods and Minesweeper. Aww. But still, we were able to obtain these rewards. So we have this energy core that we obtained along with getting this experience and these credits. You see our credits have kind of boosted up there a little bit. So we'll take that. We also get this blocker. That feels good. And 26 energy chargers for completing all of those missions. Nice. So now we have a nice clean slate where we can start going and doing things again. I'm sure that a lot of you want to see Union. I also want to take a little trip down memory lane and kind of backtrack here as well. We have shown a lot of Everspace off to a lot of different people in a lot of different forms. And through that process, a lot of new people have joined the audience and haven't even seen like the tutorial, right? So what I want to do is I want to take a quick step back and we're going to fly through the tutorial and just talk about some of those base level interactions for anybody who's new to the game and wants to see how you can start getting established in a little bit of the storyline that catapults you forward into the narrative that we are driving as well. So to do that, I'm going to land at my home base. That way I know very distinctly which save file this is that I can load back up. So we're going to do that. Fly all the way over to our home base, all the way across the stars. And while we're in transit, let's answer some questions. Will we be able to see other ships while in travel mode? So maybe we can interdict other vessels. I love that concept, Spectral Badger? Spectral Badger. Also, Spectral words are hard. I'm just gonna call you Badger if that's okay. Woo! Badger has been very vocal on the Everspace forums, which you can get to by going over to Steam. Steam is the location to go for all of the Everspace stuff to talk about. When you dive into Everspace 2's forums, you can submit all of your suggestions and ideas there and start basically a roundtable discussion with other members of the community as well as the developers. And we are constantly watching those bad boys for additional ideas, additional thoughts, stuff of that nature. And Badger has been taking full advantage of that, has submitted some really cool ideas. So if you want to know more about some of the stuff that he's been posting or have an idea of your own, definitely swing by the Steam forums for Everspace 2 and start submitting your thoughts. You can never have a bad thought, except for the ones that are like cringe-worthy. Those are actually bad. But but post them anyway so we can make fun of you. It's important, okay? It's fun. Oh my gosh. Very good. I get Badger's name wrong every freaking time. Every time it's problematic. It's fine. Okay. So now we landed in the home base. We just wanted to look at our perks really quick because I think I can't. I have scrap metal. I can get some scrap on. All right. And one stinking power cell. Thanks. Thanks, game. It's fine. Let's see. In our storage, we are holding on to a lot of stuff. I like to organize it just like I organize my friend, and that's by value. Gosh, I'm just cruel. We're gonna just drop a bunch of stuff. Check this out. This is like one of my favorite items, okay? Check it out. Look at that. You see that? It says blocker. Blockers can only be blocked by a blocker. We have perfect game design. All right? You're welcome. We're having a lot of fun through development, and we hope that you're enjoying this space that we are diving through these elements as well. Some of these things, we might find a way to like drop in to the full game, and maybe you'll find those, and some people will be like, this doesn't make any sense, this is dumb, and you will be laughing your face off. So thanks for coming by these streams to be in on all of these later inside jokes that will occur. It's wonderful. All right, I think that's everything we want to store. Everything else looks like stuff that's sellable. I also want to put these missiles on, and yeah, this is good. Okay. Oh wait, I need a repair. We also made some quick adjustments to these, specifically so that you can repair quickly. So as you can see, like, we can select these to go inside, and then you select like, oh, I want to repair my hull, I want to repair this item or that item, blah, blah, blah. Or you can just press this and it repairs everything. Same thing with restocking. Instead of going through here and saying, I want to get the missiles, I want to get some rocket launchers. No, you can just hit quick restock and it restocks everything. Right? It just gives you the amount right there. You just push R or X, or if you're on your controller, it would be X or Y. And that's how you do. Nice and functional, fast and easy. That's the way we like things at Rockfish. Okay, so now that we've done all of that stuff, what I want to do now is take a trip down memory lane, and we're gonna load up the tutorial itself. And through that, I want you guys to ask all your questions that you normally do. You ask great questions during the streams. Thank you for that. We want to be as transparent as possible with you, so the more questions asked, the better, because people then understand. People then know. It's great. It's wonderful. So thank you for that. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the main menu. Doop. And we are going to start straight up new game after I check this and make sure. Okay, so 130. We need to remember 130. Can I count on you all to remember 130? New game.
Approaching extraction area. All miners stay in formation. Wingman, you take up the rear.
Understood.
Okay, gonna answer some quick questions here before we dive completely in. Some good questions going on here. Michael, my boss, the CEO of Rockfish Games, is also in the chat. He's making sure you guys are getting answered too. So we have a number of people to help you out. And just want to address this one. One of the individuals asked, how much it could possibly be when we get to full game release. How much does it cost? And that's something we still have to figure out. There's a little bit more wiggle room through development. Maybe we add a crap ton more content, right? Well, then the pricing is going to be a little bit higher. Maybe something crazy happens and we have to do some delegation and the price is going to be lower. It would be really silly for us to put a price point down right now, because even though we have a vision for what the game does hold, that can shift and change a lot through a year's worth of development. I know other developers out there going, yeah, absolutely. So just let us take care of that space first, and then when we get to where we need to be, maybe about 6 months out, we'd probably have a much better idea about that price point for you. Another really good question that was asked is, how are things looking for beta? I can't wait for more sweet content. This comes from Syntax Error on YouTube. So this question, the reason why this is a good question is because we actually made an announcement that the alpha wasn't going to get any updates until it moved into beta. And for some people that was like, okay, that really sucks. hey, you really want new content in the game? We want to get you more content in the game. And in these streams, you can see that I've got access to all this more stuff in very unstable builds, which is why we haven't pushed these through. If we did, it would probably break everything and nobody would like that. But for the beta, we are establishing a couple new components, bringing it all full circle so that when that gets released in September, it's gonna have a little bit of new content. Whenever we reach early access at the end of this year, that's gonna be the open doors of righteousness. I don't know why I said it like that, but basically the beta and the alpha are both closed. Early access is open. That's when we're gonna really start pounding out the content for you guys. So while we do have the early access opportunities for people to dive into unique forums, which I hope you guys are taking advantage of, to invoke those conversations about specific elements of the game, the early access is gonna be that full-on launch into the new content space. So if you don't see a ton of new content in the beta, I guarantee you when we get to early access, things are gonna start getting crazy. So another really good question. Last one, and then we're gonna dive in. Are there multiple galaxies in your universe? If so, can we explore unknown areas, undiscovered galaxies, maybe where reality works a bit different? So the scope of EVERSPACE 2, as well as EVERSPACE 1 really, it goes entirely in this area called the Demilitarized Zone. This is a cluster known as the Beltigrades. And if we go to the map here, you'll see that this is just one solar system of the Beltigrades. And we have about 8 here that you can see in this general vicinity. We are not creating some super hyper expansive multi-galaxy ebbing onto the bridge between universes sort of game here. We are very focused, very condensed, so that we can create unique handcrafted locations for you to go out and be rewarded for your exploration. Also, by doing this, it keeps the story a bit more in control for us to define. It'll be a linearized story, but it should have about 20 to 30 hours for all of your campaign needs and desires that you can, of course, branch away from, do various jobs, missions that you want on the side, take on side missions for your companions, other things possibly go on, and just straight up enjoy the view of where you're traveling through. So, yeah, so hopefully that gives you a really good sense how defined that space is, the scope of the game. It's not trying to be game-breaking, visit a bajillion stars. No. We're very intentional about the space that we're choosing and how that's all going to look. So really good question. Between the solar systems, we already do have a lot of variety with how those are stylized, which I'll be showing you actually in a little bit whenever we're done with the tutorial. We'll dive back into Union and you can see some pretty space clouds. It's always fun. All right, let's do this tutorial. This is the very opening of the game.
Scrap.
What's wrong?
Boosts are jammed. Could need a push.
Hey Ben, we've got another lame back here.
Got it. Let's meet by the poor guy.
Whoop.
Any idea what it is?
Just a laggy jump drive.
And a broken wing.
There you go. Good as my granny's old creaky knee.
Thanks, Ben.
I'm starting to run out of nanobots. Say, how's your ship holding up?
Just the usual wear and tear. Don't tell me you want to run another mobility check.
Can't risk you breaking down in the middle of a fight, can I?
Well, alright. Knock yourself out.
First show me 2 nice healthy strafes. Left and right.
There. And there.
So this type of maneuverability in the game is very, very important to the player, which is why...
Isn't it nice to have someone who cares for a change?
Thank you, Ben. It's really important that we allow you to practice this at the very, very start. Even rolling is important.
2.
This basic maneuverability is far different than your traditional space simulation, okay? In a lot of space sims, you have forward directional movement, and that's basically it. If you wanted to turn, you would move forward, and then as you're sliding, excuse me, Mike, as you're sliding, then you would boost, and then you would have that sort of angular momentum, right? Well, here, it's very much in a controlled area where you can literally move left and right, up and down on a dime. You can even move backwards. We're moving backwards here. And then you can also boost up, you can boost down, you can boost left, you can boost right.
As slinky rocket dodges go, I'm giving you a 4 out of 9.
This is what gives us
in good enough shape.
a very strong arcadey feel and keeps the action fast-paced and organized.
That if we don't catch up, He'll threaten to remove this shift from our tally.
Nah, he's a jerk but not that bad. 10 creds against it.
Let's not keep him waiting then.
I can't wait for this to be fully voiced in both English and German and localized for over 12 other
Not
languages.
yet. Don't know much outside of the DMZ.
Once you get your pass, you'll need to tell them something. How about Eden 12? Ridiculous name, but I heard they terraformed themselves some decent mountain lakes. Man, I can almost smell the fresh air.
Well, if it isn't our two slackers, you really want me to remove this ship from your tally.
What's the situation?
There's a Hydra infestation clogging up the entrance, and since you are the one who gets paid for these things, I thought I'd be so kind to let you earn your points.
I'm on it.
Alright, so we are going to have a lot of unique critters in EVERSPACE 2. There were a couple that were added within the DLC of EVERSPACE 1, and they were kind of small, you know, not very significant. You mostly just scanned them, right?
Entrance still clogged.
Well, you tell me.
We have greater plans for
You
EVERSPACE
run
2 with our
last
critters.
checks, then follow me. The others wait here until I give the signal.
You're leaving us unguarded?
You know this is standard protocol. Just look after yourselves for a while. I'm going in.
Alright, here we go. We are working on a large number of interior spaces.
Looks like the last shift never left.
Oh. This kind of creeps me out a little.
What's with all the dead miners?
Apparently they had a run-in without laws, which ended bad for both sides. I'd say it happened less than 48 hours ago,
How can you tell?
because the Hydra had time to spread but haven't devoured them yet.
So there could be survivors.
Maybe, but who knows what side they're on. So be careful.
So you can loot very easily in the game, very quickly, nice and simple. If you don't want to loot certain things, you have that opportunity. Make organization a charm in the game. Man, there's a lot of wrecks here. It's like something really bad went down. That guy had some liquor though, so we're okay.
The entrance to the core is blown. Let's hope my missiles will do the trick.
I'm realizing that I make that liquor joke a lot. The irony is that I don't actually drink. You can actually ask my boss about this. Whenever I am hanging out with the team, though, I do drink because it's important. But that's like the only time I drink. Anyway, you can find liquor though. It's good for you.
A rogue drone?
Get a nice test of targeting. Also learning about cracked asteroids right there. Whenever we destroyed that, we had to do so with a missile. That's going to be coming back a lot. In addition, we also have this little terminal that says, hey, we need to hack the terminal. This is a placeholder right here. Just pushing a button to open it up. We want hacking to have a little bit more weight to it, right? And there will be a couple of different components in the game that will very likely get adjustments so that you are tasked with different types of skill-based challenges. All right, now we have super creepy area that's really dark. Let's go exploring around the crystal because, oh! So this is an Outlaw Ravager. And if you notice, he actually has some key spots on his ship that are glowing. You see that orange glow going on there? Those are protected by armor. Oh, hi asteroid wall. So let's just take a closer look at this. It's like, for example, oh, frame drops. Woo! Sorry about that. So if you look, like, a lot of him's unprotected, but then there's also this armor that's plated And if we focus fire on the plated bits of the armor, they'll actually come off. Like that. Like that. And so it's easier to chip them away and take them out.
How? But there are no rescue squads out here.
And that's just one of many different ways that you can focus down unique enemy types that we're bringing to the picture in Everspace 2 as well.
Everyone, the risk meter just went way up. We should call off this operation.
Not happening.
Didn't I ask you to stay out?
Yeah, and to look after ourselves, which is exactly what we are doing. If there are outlaws involved, we need to get this thing over with and speed things up. Let's get to work, people. We got quotas to fill.
I don't like it. That guy was some kind of outlaw big shot. He even had a custom-made coil gun.
Try to look on the bright side.
There's one?
Yeah, it's your custom-made coil gun now.
Loot!
Right.
So we're going to equip that new coil gun, just like so. Anytime that you pick up new equipment, we wanting it to be easy to change things out and explore your options on the fly. So as it stands right now, in this version that I'm particularly playing, you can move your cargo onto your ship freely. No matter where you're at or what you're doing, anything except for your armor can be pulled from your cargo into your equipment. There's probably going to be some balancing pertaining to this. Maybe there will be some sort of ramification for cycling in a new weapon. Maybe it has a timer until it doesn't require as much energy or something. But it's very intentionally designed this way so that you can just dive right back into the action and do what you want to do.
I don't want any crystals to end up in the wrong pockets.
Okay, so now we are
Hey,
using
what's that
our
shaking?
coil gun.
I don't know.
Scrap.
Feels good.
Could be the rescue squad.
I never called for one.
No, but the guy I just fought did. And since his pals probably already spotted our patrol outside, they won't just come in with medics.
So you know, pretend the camera screen is shaking right now. We actually do have options
Son of a
to
lizard.
turn some of this stuff off. In fact, mine right now is currently disabled because camera shaking, it kind of bothers me a little bit, but to each their own. If you want that true immersive experience, I do recommend having camera shakes on. It's just, again, it kind of, you know, accessibility is
All right,
important,
I
so
want
it's an
everyone
option.
to stay calm and clear of the walls. I got this. Earn my points.
Chief, you here? Hey, what did you do to our commander?
Keep hurting everyone.
Pew
I'll
pew!
walk onto them and let my missiles do the rest. Only one left.
Nice and simple using
Everyone
missiles.
all right?
We're okay.
Pal, take my last nanobots. You'll need them.
My sensors indicate there are more waiting in the main shaft.
Let's take the fast lane and bust through that drill.
All right, so now we are going to get out of this little tutorial area, destroying these bolts.
You go first. That patrol better be doing their job out there.
And welcome to Everspace 2.
They're slaughtering the escort.
Oh, damn it.
Now from here, we get just a little bit more tutelage of targeting your foes, locking on enemies, which is actually a really important thing to be able to do. I watch a lot of your guys' streams, and I'm going to say, I have a little bit of disappointment with how well you lock onto targets in Everspace 1, okay? Use that middle mouse button. It comes in handy for tracking your targets. So I'm calling all of you out. Any of you play in Everspace 1, that's right. I just called you out. Learn to target. Oh my gosh.
Scrap, my engine's overheating. I can't jump.
It's really, really simplified to the middle mouse wheel. Even if you're using controller, it's the right bumper, or not right bumper, it's the right analog stick. You push it in.
They're just trying to
We designed it to where it just helps you understand what your main target is. Like if you have this on the side of the screen, you can see that that one that we have targeted is larger and has its health pool showing versus the other ones that aren't there. So targeting can help you stay aligned to really focus fire a target down. Use it! Use it! I'm not mad, okay? I'm not mad. Just, you know, sometimes like when you're like, I don't know, it's like you're teaching one of your brothers something or your sister something, whatever. Your parents. And you're like, Mom, this is how you use the phone. And you're like trying to, just like, this is how you do it. And she's like this, and it's completely wrong. That's kind of how I feel right now with you guys targeting, okay? Like, I want to see better targeting in EVERSPACE 1. You can post your streams whenever you're playing to the Rockfish Discord, which is incredibly accessible, by the way. You just go right over here, and it's really simple. Discord.gg/rockfishgames. You go in there, you go to the gameplay for EVERSPACE 1 channel, you drop your stream, and you say, hey, look at me, I'm properly using targeting to powerful techniques, and it makes me a better gamer. I feel so much more satisfied in my life. My hair looks even shinier because of this, and now I have a girlfriend. I want you to just like really pour that out whenever you're getting invested into this type of stuff, because it's really important, okay? It's important to me. I want to see you play the game correctly. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Nice segue, right? Perfect. Seriously, be a part of the Discord. We have fun in there. It's fun. Okay. Taking out a couple more scouts. Using this targeting technique. Emphasis. Okay, all right. I'm really pushing it. I know somebody's like, okay, seriously, come on.
And now it's moving all the way up to the cockpit.
Use the extinguisher. You got this.
I got this.
Oh, poor Ben. Even more foes? Alright, let's go take this guy out. So this is a destroyer. And they also have a weak point on them, much like we saw the Ravager, right? So here you'll see that little sliver of orange on his health bar. Just that little bit of sliver. When we take that sliver down, he's going to initiate a protocol to get his armor back up. And he opens up these coils on the side. And when you shoot inside of them, it deals tons of damage to him, okay? Tons of damage. But if you don't take him out in time, he closes them up, he gets more armor, you have to fight him longer, he calls in more guys, holy cow!
I'm coming.
And yeah. One other thing to note is that we also have the option to have your weapon damage numbers displayed. So like this, for example, we shoot this guy, you'll see numbers pop up on the screen like that to give you a sense of how much damage you're doing to shields, to armor, all of that stuff.
Ben, are you
Lots
okay?
of options.
What the hell was that? All systems are down.
All right. So now you get a little bit of a sliver of the story. I'm going to let you watch this video. Still work in progress, of course. Let's do this.
Damn it! You're wasting your energy. This place is sealed tight, blocked by a force field. Just sit tight and make the best of it.
Looks like they threw you quite a welcome party.
I've been here for quite a while already. Just a regular checkup on what I might know. Where did they grab you? Your outfit looks like G&B work crew.
You guessed it.
The guys here got no style. Bunch of amateurs. They'll be looking to get the best price for you.
So given your professional opinion, you know a lot about outlaws.
Hell, I know a lot more than they'll ever get from me. You hear me?
Newcomer.
Where's my friend? Where's my buddy E9?
He's in the med bay. For now, maybe he'll live long enough to fetch a good price. Your DNA scans show that you are a military clone pilot. I thought they were all gone after the war. I wonder what your face value is.
Oh, snap.
What if I broadcast your profile?
That would be a bad idea. You may not like who will come looking for me.
Why would I heed advice from a clone? I know my business.
Interesting.
Station is under attack. And the turrets.
Friends of yours?
Yeah, the kind who want me dead.
Power outage. The force field is down. This is our chance. Let's try to pry the door open. Help me, grab the door. Whoa! Let's get the hell out of here while they're distracted. This way to the hangar.
Wait! I'm not leaving without my friend.
Don't be an idiot. He's a dead man. Okay, get your friend, but hurry.
Hey, E9!
What's happening?
It's our chance to get out of here. Come on!
Forget it, man. I'm done for.
No way. I'm getting you home. We're here. Let's go.
Might have more luck with a clone pilot at my side.
All right. So there you got a pretty good sense of the story. We're going to get a little bit more in this quick cutscene as well.
Watch out.
You may call this a warning shot. Pilots are advised to disengage at once.
What are the Colonials doing here? We better stick together if we want to make it out of this alive. Get ready to jump. No dice. Drives are down.
There's a jump suppressor down.
So a lot of you are probably noticing a couple of changes between where we're at now with where we were at whenever we first showcased this. Yes, there have been some changes. We've made some improvements and whatnot. I also do want to remind everybody still, this is a work in progress. You still are hearing placeholders. It is not finalized. So if you're like, oh yeah, it was different. Oh, I caught it. You're not really catching anything, guys. But we're happy that you have, that attention to detail. So you're awesome. Don't stop being awesome. It's great. But yeah, that's gonna basically wrap up the beginning of this opening mission. And you can, I think it's getting to a pretty good point. We want to make sure that all of the different opportunities that the player has are really focused in on in the opening segments, as well as teaching you what your overarching person is. So in the case of that dialogue exchange, we discover that we are a DNA clone pilot. This is a carryover from the story from EVERSPACE 1. We aren't really the person we were cloned of, but our body is the same, right? But we can make the decisions to define us in any capacity, which is why EVERSPACE 2 happens to be an open world RPG. Now, while the story is linearized, branching away from that, you can really pick and choose how you want to interact with different factions, as well as take on different jobs. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment. We've been certainly enjoying a lot of how that all comes together as well. Let's see. I think it was 130. This is the one that we want to load. So we're going to dive right back into this to pick up where we left off at the home base and have some more fun and fly around. Yeah, Grindel saying E9. Yeah, it's funny because the character's name is actually Grindel, and Grindel, who the character is named after in our chat, is identifying what he's being called. So, yep. You hate the music, prefer the old music. Well, we'll see what happens. A lot of the music is even still being worked on, to my understanding. We're still tweaking and modifying the sound design. It's very easy for us to pick and choose a different soundtrack that would be played at a certain instance. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, there you go. So that's good. Large-scale epic space battles. Barry Steele asks, we will have more intimate combat sequences for your one-man fighter to address. We are not looking for some sort of like overarching galaxy-side war between worlds. We are looking more for the intricacies of a single pilot looking to establish himself in a world filled with conflict and corruption. What is this? Passive-aggressive backseat gaming? You're silly. I know that was pertaining to my... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're past that. It's good. Can the previous synthetic voice be used for other languages? Vloos asks over on YouTube. You know, you guys have heard me say this multiple times on stream. We love your feedback and want the text-to-voice, text-to-speech voices to stay in the game, and that is something that we are considering. I would assume that it would chop up however the language is written and speak it in that respective language accordingly. I assume that's how it works. Obviously, it doesn't get it accurate all the time, which is what makes it hilarious. So, legitimately, I've never listened to text-to-speech in a different language. Maybe that's something I need to try. Maybe that's something you guys need to try. I don't know how it would work. Anyway. All right, so let's take our ship out for a spin. I think what we're gonna do is head over to Union. We're gonna do this by using cheats because in this particular build, we don't have the missions built out yet to where you can use the proper way to get over here. But I want to show you what it looks like. This kind of stems back to some of the initial questions about how expansive the world is and how the variety of these spaces will be. Because we are limiting ourselves to a specific number of locations, we want to define them very specifically through the aesthetics, through the styles, through the factions, through the jobs, all of those different things. So let's have a look at the Zarkov Border Patrol, which now has a name to it. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is the home base. Let me try this again. One more time. There we go. Much better. Much better, yes, yes. This is one of many locations that you'll be traveling to in Union. Union is more of a bustling hub of EVERSPACE 2, where there's a lot of trade, there's a lot of jobs, there's a lot of factions that are kind of at war with one another around here. And it's also a little bit harder to see. Now, these clouds that we're flying through, they're present in the game. They're not like it's not randomly applied, like it's actually here. We could fly into this and basically not see anything, which is dangerous. So you should fly around the cloud pathways so that you can see properly. And this is just one of many ways. Again, this is one of many ways that we want to define the different locations from one another. This one could like fuel your nightmares if something were to come out of those clouds. Foreshadowing. Let's just zip around over here as well. A lot of storage. And someone might be looking at this like, oh, is he playing like a trailer or something? No, I'm actually flying. Look, I'll turn down and I'll just like, yeah, like this is, I'm totally doing this. We're not watching a scripted video. Like, this is all, I'm actually flying here. Feels good. Oh, yeah, let's go through this little space here. Whoop. Yes. We like how it's coming along. And I know there's going to be that inevitable question of, well, what about environmental effects? Can you get struck by those lightning bolts out in space? And of course, there's also going to be the things people say like, well, that's not realistic. That can't actually happen. Bruh. It's a video game. But more importantly, environmental effects will definitely be a thing, much like they were in EVERSPACE 1, that you will have to deal with. You're going to have to navigate around. You're going to have to find new solutions to the issues that they could create. And that's just part of the game. That's how it functions, right? But yeah, we'll talk a lot more about environmental effects as well as any other impeding creatures or things that could exist out in the game world at a future time when we're ready to reveal those things. We have talked about them a number of times in the past. We've even shown off some concept art. If you guys have missed that, I might be able to hook you up in this stream just so everybody's on board. We're trying to do a nice recap here for all y'all. All y'all? I don't know why I said that. Words sometimes just come out of my mouth. Thankfully, I don't spoil too much, otherwise I wouldn't have a job. All right. But yes. I love these little pods, too. These pods come off of freelance cargo ships, by the way. Maybe we can find one. They are super sick. I love the way they function. Maybe there's one over here, I think. Yes! Perfect. These little pods, they all stack up on those things. I love how it looks. And independently, they're just there's these cute little guys. Oh. Nice. All right. So again, that's just one of many locations that we are working on in this entire solar system. Like that's just this one location in all of Union, okay? And the majority of Union has this sort of nebula sort of effect bound to it for a number of reasons. You'll probably find those things out in the future. Let's go ahead and answer a couple questions because I know I've been talking a bit, showing a lot. I see some questions about VR. So just want to wrap it along for everybody. Basically, we got a lot of feedback from EVERSPACE 1 and how we addressed VR in that sense. For those of you who don't know how we addressed it, basically, the community wanted VR. And we were like, hey, it would be really cool if we added VR to EVERSPACE. That sounds like a really good idea. So we added it on as a bonus. So you buy EVERSPACE, you get the game, and then VR support in like straight as a part of it. And our reviews they dropped significantly. The word I tried to use was pummeled. Our reviews got pummeled because we added VR support. I'm not even joking. Because when you do VR, you have to do it perfectly or you don't do it at all. We learned our lesson. We've received wonderful feedback from you guys, wonderful criticism, truly. And through that understanding of how we would need to address that in the future, if we approach EVERSPACE 2 with the VR component, it will be a separate application. That way we can devote all the time, all the resources necessary to bring that to full fruition for all of you to enjoy. You would either purchase EVERSPACE 2 or EVERSPACE 2 VR. That's what that separation would end up doing if we go that direction. But again, that gives it the focus that it deserves, that the VR community really desires. And we understand that now. So thank you so much for your support. VR, not likely. We'll see what happens in the future, okay? Otherwise, check out these sweet graphics. But no, seriously, we want to just be really careful with what we're adding into the game space, and VR is one of those things where we need to be delicate, right? And I know you get that. For one time, the speed of the vessel is good. Is it the ultimate demo speed? There are going to be many different speeds of your ship in this game, and that's because of a little thing called itemization. So as you can see here, our cruise boosters, it's pretty good. It also adds handling on board. My body actually is covering up the speed underneath. It's right here where the Rockfish Games logo is on my polo. You can see that 645 handling. That means I can spin fast. I can spin real good, yo. And it's something that we want to help define your play style through the items that you accrue. So if you want to be super maneuverable, you can go that route by stacking it on your medium class ship, or make your heavy class ship something of a fiend when it comes to evasive maneuvers. Or if you don't want to deal with any of that, you just choose your light ship and you go so fast it's absurd, and I love it and I want to show you, but I can't yet. It's not quite ready, but soon, okay? Ish. Not really. That's really bold to say. We're getting there, okay? But yeah, so there's a lot of different speeds that you will be growing accustomed to. The starting speed at the very start of the game, much like the start of any game, is going to be pretty restricted, but it grows the more that you invest in the game space, the more that you find, and the better skillfully you become. Perfect. That's a good question. Can you show us helper fighting drones? I can't. They are not fully implemented. And by fully, I mean they're not implemented at all. But what I can tell you is that we are pushing for having drone helpers, much like there was in EVERSPACE 1. So that will be returning. I know a lot of you people are like, is that going to happen? Is it going to happen? Confirmed. Yes. Drone buddies will be returning. It's just something that we want to make sure is meaningful to the game. That's also something we got a lot of feedback with EVERSPACE 1. We are happy with how the results of EVERSPACE 1 have happened. Let me be clear in that. But we also know that there's an opportunity here to do some new, unique things to really add some solid weight to those decisions that you're making in the direction of your choicings. Choicings. That's a new word. I've defined it right here. Choicings. Excellent. Let's see. Go over here while we're still answering question. Into the clouds! Woo! Goodness gravy, I love these clouds so much. Nice. Okay, quick pause. For those who are saying like, oh man, he's answered VR in every single stream, we get a lot of new people to these streams, and I want to make sure, this is absolutely key to us at Rockfish Games, is transparency. If you guys don't understand what's going on, the decisions that we're making, or like why things are happening the way they are, then we have failed as a company. Let's be honest here, okay? So like, as you are our community, as you are our supporters, as you are our consumers, it is integral to us as a company to make sure you understand what's going on. That is why we answer these questions sometimes multiple times, even during the same stream. And you know, a lot of you guys who have seen these streams every single time, it's awesome. Thanks for your support. Thanks for wading through the repeats. And also thank you for helping people out in the chats for understanding the answers to those questions, because you do happen to already know them, and you also understand where Rockfish Games is coming from. So thank you for you being champions out there and directing that flow of conversation. It is great. I also see Patrick saying, yes, drones, my drones. Yes. There's going to be some magical stuff that I know for a fact you're going to be enjoying in the future, Patrice. Look at this ship all the way out here. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? What is he doing? What are you doing? Jeff, that's too far. How do you think that's a good idea? It's fine. All right. Good luck, Jeff. All right. So we have another location to show you that's also in Union. Some of you are also familiar with this. I like to call it the exploded asteroid. I don't know if it actually has a specific descriptive quality about it that's better to define, but now it's called Yawen Orbit. So let's go ahead and check that out too. And it better not give me a bug. Okay, good. See why I call it the exploded asteroid? You can see over here. Oh, wow. That is need my sunglasses. Woo! We're just going to go fly through it because it's fun. But I mean, it's pretty clear just in looking at these two unique locations of Union how it sets itself apart from everything that we've seen in the Cedo system, right? Like, look at this chunky boy. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, please don't destroy me. I'm presenting a game. Thanks. So I want to flip over here because I think this looks beautiful when you see the sun like ebbing through the cracks, especially if we go over here. Oh, look at that pretty gas-like planet. Like, yes, I love this right here. This just gives me goosebumps. Woo! shooting at me. Oh, ouch. Let's go into this crevice. Woo! A little mining operation, I see. Nice. And we are itching to show you more. In fact, a lot of people who were able to see this content on our live stream, you were some of the first people to see the content. Like even before, like some of the journalists out there, we showed it here on stream first, which is awesome for you guys. And like it's bleeding edge development here. Like we're showing it to you in some cases even before it's technically ready to really be shown. But we're excited about it. And we know that you're excited about it too. So this is still very much getting fleshed out. If you do see any issues like little awkward polygons like this is a really good example. You know, it's a work in progress. We're fixing it. There's a lot of shaders and stuff that are still being improved, lighting effects that are still getting covered properly. But we're gonna polish this up and we're gonna make it the best it can look. So if you like where it's at now, it's only getting better. That's the delight in all of this. Woo! Super cool, great. Super cool, great. Submarines, as viewer. Space? Maybe. Is that a response? It's a response. If I recall, 8 systems. Yep, there's 8 systems that are viewable here. There's 8 systems that we have planned. There's 8 systems that are work in progress. There's 8 systems. There's a lot of other ways I could explain this. This number could change, guys. This number could go up. This number could come down. It's going to depend on how things go through, but this is the plan, if you will. And I also just want to answer a follow-up question that is inevitable. People asking about, is there going to be DLC? Now, this can sometimes be a wonky conversation because the game's still a year out from being completed. So let me just be clear with you guys. We do have plans for DLC. That means that we want to do more with the game after the full release is completed. That way you get more content, you get to experience new locations outside of this, you get to fly new ships, you get to have new weapons. Who else knows what could be in that DLC? There are plans for more down the line, but we are very much focused in to ensure that our initial vision reaches fruition. So our focus is entirely on this full game experience. If we end up cutting ourselves short because of some sort of reason, then we will end up taking a lot of the really rich ideas that either stem from you guys, from the community, or ideas that we had that we simply didn't have the time or the resources to solve and apply to the game, and we would take those and we would modify that into some degree or capacity in either a content update or a full-scale massive DLC package. And I want to put emphasis here on massive DLC package. EVERSPACE 1's DLC, if any of you own it, if anyone you know about the DLC, you know that it is a ton of content. It is a ton of content out of the game. It's not horse armor. Very meaningful stuff. That is the plan, but we're focused on getting the full game out. Cool. Taking jabs. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, I said horse armor. Yeah, I guess I have taken jabs. But y'all know it. Y'all are gamers. You get the references. I know I'm not talking to 5th graders. It's fine. You're all at least in 6th grade. All right, let's fly around a little bit in this asteroid a little bit more because it's so pretty. I really like this. Stop shooting at me! All right, you know what? I'm gonna shoot back. This is probably a terrible weapon. Oh no, it's locked on. Good, good. So if any of you are wondering, like, well, why aren't you showing the HUD? Why can't you show us like the lock-on and all of this different type of stuff? It's because of the location and some of the things that are still being worked on in this environment. Okay, it's not. There might be things that if I were to show my HUD, you would see new content, and it's not supposed to be revealed yet. So, that is, oh my gosh, we're out of base. Goodness gravy, get out of there. It's fine, everything's fine. Okay, we're in total control. Everything's great. Perfect. Okay, so this is a good segue into going back to our home area and messing around, having a good time. So that's what we're gonna do. I love showing off this Ghost Fleet location, just because it's a gorgeous location. If you haven't seen this, this should be quite a treat, actually. So let's fly on over here. It's taking a moment to load. Perfect. This is actually not the location I was talking about, but this is fine. We'll explore here. Destroy some outlaws and do a race. So you can kind of see, we want to fill the space of each location with things to do, you know, things to find and be rewarded for your exploration. I say that a ton because I mean it. It's a handcrafted environment that rewards you based on your exploration. Intentional design here. So for example, let me see if I can do this somewhat correctly. That door is closed. So the answer is no. Here we are. So we have spaces like this where we have an unstable power core. We've already plugged this in, so we could actually take this out, for example. Because of physics-based grapple mechanics we have, we can... Oh, gosh, okay. All right, so we're going to take this out. We're going to carry this through is what we're going to do. That was a really easy one. And then you would just drop it in here, which is already full, by the way. We've already done this side mission. But we could drop this object, have it float around, or we can chuck it like we did before. And when we plugged this in from a previous stream, it opened this door for us to scan an AI unit because we were looking for it for a mission. But we really are passionate about our internal spaces. We want to create a lot more of these. We know a lot of you got excited about the derelicts in Everspace 1, and frankly excited us too. So, much more to come. All these AI units down here. Perfect. Flawless. Flawless. More AI units. Zipping around. Nice. Nice. Let's go exploring some new places. In particular, is it this one? No, it's not. This one? No. This? No. Maybe I'm thinking of another location that's no longer populated. There it is. That's the pretty one. I want to go to the Siren Sea. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Let's check out some more clouds. But clouds in a very different capacity than what you saw in Union. Dennis, I swear, I'm completely fine. This is water and nothing else, okay? Do you fly spaceships, Mr. Bond? Oh, that's good, Spud. Excellent. Wait, is Bloodstar asking a question? I missed it. Go first person? Is that what you asked? There's a lot of topics I talk about. If I miss your questions, guys, know that it's not because I don't like you. It's simply because I missed your question. It happens. But we'll get it answered. Oh, I love this space so much. Like, look at this asteroid sticking out of the clouds, and you see the shading going on all the way back here. Oh my, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. It's all actually there. The clouds are there. They're real clouds in a video game. They're really real. So we'll play in first-person mode for a little bit. Oh, more Weber drones. Wait, let's get the armor drone out. These guys give armor to nearby enemies, like that guy. And we don't want him to have any armor. Beautiful. Whoop. Perfect. Let's go into the clouds. Just do a little bit of blind exploring. Yeah, see, we got another little base here. It seems like. A lot of hidden sites that will reward you. Whoop! Whoop! Who's shooting at me? A mine layer? Oh yeah, let's go, boy. Actually, wait, give me a mine. Ouch. Give me a mine at less speed. I missed. I'll try again. Throwing mines is an art form, okay, guys? This is tricky. Come on! Hey, we got him. That's a win. Okay? Just pretend that's what killed him, okay? That'll make me feel better about my life. Perfect. Hey, we have McClure's beacon all the way over here. We're gonna go ahead and talk to her. We might actually get some new dialogue from this. Maybe. So what's a McClure, you ask? No, this actually isn't done. This is not done. I can't show you this. But basically, there is a character named McClure. You do meet her in the alpha for anybody who's familiar, and she provides you new opportunities to go out and complete challenges. Let me talk about those for a second. Challenges! So you see that we've completed them all because I'm awesome! At least that's what I tell myself. Anyway, each one of these challenges provides you with new ways to earn credits and experience, as well as items in the future. And they're just a nice little way to try doing certain things in certain ways, right? So with EVERSPACE 1, for example, we did have 3 different challenges at the beginning of every run. There we go. And if you did something like ram a drone, you would be rewarded credits for accomplishing that task. So here, we only have just a select number of them, but there will be plenty more challenges in the future that we do get from McClure. Like destroying 5 outlaw scouts using EMP, destroying 10 outlaw drones with missiles, etc., etc. Wonderful. And as more content is developed, you'll see more stuffs, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Perfect. How's our reputation doing? Oh, we completed this defense quest a long time ago at the beginning of the freaking stream by completing, and we can claim these rewards. Perfect. That's great. I completely forgot about completing that. So now we have this new shield, it looks like, for completing that reputation. Yeah. Nice. And these only just keep going up now that we are trusted with GMB defense. We can also claim the rewards here: small arms, solar panels, cargo units. So we're just gonna take that. I don't think I'm allowed to show you the codex entries yet. Unfortunately. We'll have to show that in a later stream. But we're building up our standings. We're proven with mining. We're trusted with both trading and defense. Feels pretty good. Whoops. Okay, cool. All right, let's answer some questions. How jump between system will be? Asked viewer 160. So we have a number of different ways that you will be moving about the space that is the DMZ. One of which is super light travel. Well, actually, here, let's start on the smallest and then work our way up. You have what's called simple cruising, just like this. You have boosting, like this. You have your cruise drive, which is like this. Then you have your jump drive, which is like this. This goes into what's called super light travel. And this is how we navigate an entire solar system, right? We could like fly all the way up to the sun. It's gonna get real big for us real quick, for example. Then beyond that, if we want to go even faster than super light travel, which is technically faster than speed, also, whoo, it's getting hot in here. Whoo, my gosh. All right. You have warp gates. Warp gates are returning from EVERSPACE 1, much like they used to catapult you from one location to the next. Here, it's going to be catapulting you from one location to the next as well. So, a warp gate would be found here. You can actually see it in this picture. Right here, this is a warp gate. This little thing right here. And that allows you to go follow this line into Union. And you'll see that Union has multiple warp gates here. 2 that go into Drake, 1 that goes into Zarkov. And that's going to be another quick form to travel around. Now, obviously, we've got Kodo way out in the middle of nowhere land. They're sad. Nobody can go to them. It's impossible. And that's not true. It's obviously going to be possible to get out there, but we haven't revealed the means to do so. Just know that there are other ways, faster ways, more efficient ways to travel around as well. In addition to that, I just want to make this statement. There is a home base that you have, that you define where you start from and how you build yourself up. But it would be really silly if you were all the way out in Kate. I think that's how you say it. Is that Kate? When the developer doesn't know how to pronounce the words that he puts in his own game. So when you fly out here and you wanted to cycle your ship, for example, it would be really lame if you had to jump back here, to jump back there, to go over here, to all the way back to your home base. So there's other means of doing that for you as well through the use of traveling systems. I'm getting ahead of myself again, but that is going to be a conversation for another day. The main overarching point with all of this is that there are many different ways that you can travel around in Everspace 2, and more of those pathways will be shown in the future. Oh, it's a Weber drone? Oh gosh, it even says Weber drone on it. Oh, this could be really bad. We're gonna just keep firing. Much better. Where's the armor drone? There you are.
Bam.
Bam. Bam. Text-to-speech is lovely. Oh my gosh, we're maxed out on our equipment. It's a good thing there's a station nearby. Actually, let's go land at the station. Much better. Cool. So let's sell some stuff. We already have this magnetic repulsor. Can't buy it. But there are multiple locations where you can obtain certain devices, much like that magnetic repulsor. Just in case you miss the hidden location where it always spawns from. Selling all the things for all the monies. Cool. Okay. Now that we've made room, let's go collect some more stuff. Another question? How the enemies lock on you? I mean, do they have radars and they lock onto your signature? If so, is there a way we can get closer to them without becoming visible by lowering our signal? I think this is a fantastic question, and I would love to explore what this looks like in the game space even further. As of right now, the way that it works is basically they have a radius around them. When you enter in that radius, they go, oh, you're nearby, and then they start attacking you. And they follow a specific attack pattern based on the type of opponent that they are. This could be far more defined based on what type of weaponry they have. This could be far more defined based on what level they are. We are exploring a lot of options and how this difficulty stacks up with the AI and how it's utilizing its features. But we also know that with this visibility, for example, if we were right over here behind this asteroid and we got to a certain range for this outlaw bomber, it would see us because we're in range, right? Like right now, it sees us technically. That's not very advantageous for like a stealth mission. We get that. We actually do have plans for missions where you have to be stealthy, where you have to do some espionage, where you have to extract things and you have to do so without being caught. And it wouldn't make sense if an enemy right around here could see you through the asteroid in a mission like that. So, yeah, it's a great question. It hasn't been implemented yet, obviously, and how that works. But it's definitely something that we want to make feel correct, pertaining to how the opponent observes you and how you interact with them.
favor.
Excellent. Build our own driver? Whoa. That could be fun. Yeah, Kicks also responded like flying under the radar. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Max size of cargo. I think we changed it recently. And by recently, I mean a long time ago. I think it's 18. 6 times 3 is 18, right? Math is hard. Yes, that's correct. 18. And then you can add more on using your cargo unit. We're also looking at the possibility of having different cargo sizes based on what ship you have. This could create a ton of issues, so I don't think we're too keen on it. I think it's going to be more like if you have a heavy ship, for example, maybe there's a unique cargo item that it can have that other ships don't, for example. But I think as a whole, we kind of want to keep the cargo spaces pretty similar, if not identical, between ships, so that when you're swapping between ships or swapping equipment, that there isn't anything that's like, you literally can't do this because items won't fit, you know? So there's a lot of different ways that we would have to address that situation. You're not going to be able to fly some sort of dreadnought that has like a bajillion slots on your ship, so you just scoop up a star. You can't, we're not going that route. It's far more focused on the individual items, and we want to give you enough space to collect a variety of things, explore options, upgrade, craft, which we still haven't talked about. There's a lot there, and we want to make sure that this space feels good without feeling overwhelming either. The Darg Zero asks, have you planned something for Gamescom? Maybe. Someday I should look forward to? You should look forward to every single day of your life, sir. You are a bright spot to somebody out there. So live it to the best of your abilities and give hope to others. Inspirational daily stream for you, everybody. All right, let's repair our ship because we forgot to do that when we docked. Flak cannon, baby. Do we have a flak? Yeah, no, we don't. Dang it. We should get a flak. You know what? I could create some things here. We also still need to pick up that ship everyone wanted me to change to. Oh my gosh, we still haven't done that. That was like at the start of the stream. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you have like a plan of content to show, and then you forget just base level. All right, we're going back to Nefty's Plains. We're doing this, okay? We're going back to Nefty's Plains. We're gonna cycle our ship. Hopefully it's still there. We'll also show some planet side, because I know a lot of people like that as well. Happy Michael noises. Organic ships. So, this is gonna sound kind of like a weird statement maybe, but we really like having the ships defined as mechanical entities. So while there might be some customization to add aesthetics that are very unique, we don't want it to look like you're flying a creature, for example. And if we did go that direction, it would only be in part, and you would tell that it was like biological components applied to a mechanical structure. But I digress. I really don't think that's in the plan. I think we want to keep things a bit more on the mechanical side when it comes to our player ships. So yeah, not to say that there aren't organic elements in the game. I mean, shoot, I think there's actually some on this planet I could go show you. But yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot about changing ships. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It might have changed. I think the ship changed out. Oh no! The ship's not there anymore! My ship options changed. Can I get an F in chat? Goodness gravy. How could this happen to me? Okay, I do like both of these though. They look pretty good. Mostly because of the color. but their stats are better too. Yeah, let's. I like the simplicity of this one. What do you think? Should we go for the more simplistic one, or should we go for this one that looks a little bit? Maybe it's got a little more weight to it. Cheat in new ship parts. You know what? I think that's a great suggestion. So let's talk about the modular. Actually, let's go help out some GMB really quick, and then we'll show some modular-based ship design. Oh my gosh! Look at this guy freaking getting wrecked from all angles. Like these GMB guys, those GMB guys, the freaking look at this. This is like all these guys, and there's just this one guy's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna take your stuff," and GMB's just like, "Heck no, you ain't." Oh my gosh, like I feel bad for like firing at this guy too. Goodness gravy, like it's pretending like this is our ship that we're flying. Ouch. That's just problems for days. Anyway, thanks for your stuff though. Let's look at some different ship designs. Okay, I think we can do this. Yes, here we go. So this is actually the photo mode that we are implementing with EVERSPACE 2. You can change a lot of different things like the field of view. We could go like real crazy, woo! That's a little too much for me. But you can change the aperture and how your focus is, like with the foreground, the background, stuff like that. Exposure as well, if you're trying to create some sort of, ooh, that makes the colors really pop on this ship. We're actually going to use this for displaying the different things. Should work out great. So, this is a Sentinel specifically. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle between the body, the wings, and the engine. Okay? Those are the three different elements that I can show you. We also do have customization on top of this. Quite a bit more, in fact, planned. But that's a talking point for later. So what we can do is, like, if we change the cockpit, for example, you'll see that there's an assortment of different bodies of the ship that will change according to a lot of different systems. Some people are asking, like, can you fully customize to your heart's content, like get exactly what you're looking for here? That is actually the plan. We want you to be able to pick and choose these components, but that's going to be in a late game setting, right? We'll see what we can do. We'll see how far we can go. But then we also have different wings, of course. There's 4 different wings for each of the subclasses as of right now. So each one of these has a little bit of a different style to them as well. So this is the first one that we were on. We have this guy. We got this one. And we got that one. And then we also have the engine as well. And the engine also changes. Hang on a second. Let's change this aperture a little bit so we can really focus in on the engine part here. The engine also changes to a number of different styles that, like, whenever you're thrusting, the thrusters obviously change as well. So you can see a really bold change across the board, depending on what engines you use. So, for example, if we're doing this right here, right now, like, you can see the engines there look different from the engines here. Or the engines here look different from the engines there. Or there. Or there. Or there. Each one has their own style to it. So depending on how you want to style your ship, that's going to come in useful. Now, I'm going to change things around a little bit more because I'm not really a big fan of these wings. I like these wings. I like these wings. Also, heck, you know what? We're going to do this one. We're going to make this look kind of like some sort of forward fighter-esque sort of thing. And maybe... Might be a little too much. I like this. What do you think? Is that good? Do you approve? But obviously you can see there's a lot of different modules that make a whole... This is one subclass, by the way. This is just one. Like, there's multiple subclasses. We didn't even talk about color. Like, your color, whenever your color changes too, there are other factors in place, like the color of the lights, for example. So if you look at the lights on the the missile. You can see that some have unique colors here versus others. So like the light on the side of the ship versus the light for the missile. So like here, there's orange light, blue light, orange light. Sometimes those colors will be the same. Like this one, it has all the lights are yellow on a white and a red. There's lots and lots and lots of different ways that there's customization through your ships. Lots. Okay. So we're gonna take this one. I like this one. Cool. There we go. And then you'll also be able to customize this space too. There's more. And then you can also customize more. You can customize more. Can you put a big spoiler on it? No. I don't think you can. I don't think we have any bodies that have spoilers on them. Wait. There's a little baby spoiler. Does that count? Does that count as a spoiler? That is the lamest. I'm trying so hard to please you, okay? It's a challenge, okay? Does that count? Will that satisfy? Oh no, that doesn't work. We're gonna roll with it, it's fine. Oh my gosh, what time is it? I want to make sure I get through. Oh my gosh, we have like 15 minutes left. I want to show you some cool shots from the community. We've been answering a lot of questions. We've been showing you a lot of things. I know that I've missed a lot of questions too. Please keep asking them. I'll get to them. But I also want to jump over and share some really cool stuff that you guys have been posting into the Discord. Because it's healthy, it's important, it's fun, it's nice. You know, what other adjectives can I use that are positive and affirming? Seriously, like it's solid stuff, and I'm really glad that you guys post this. So I wanted to show a lot of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over to this. Oh, actually, you're going to see a little bit of other things going on. Hang on, I want to just close. There we go. There's my desktop, ladies and gentlemen. Completely unorganized. It's fine. Okay, so this is a funny sort of EverSpace 2 take on a ship model, a toy from EverSpace 2. This comes from Spectral Badger. Yes, round of applause. He's actually posted a lot of really fun juxtapositionings of EverSpace content in real world situations as well. So I do encourage you to jump into the Discord and check that out. But I think this is just great. Like you have a rollover image to Super Cruise, for example. You got this pilot that says help. Twitch videos, like look at the level of detail here. It's pretty great. By Nefty's Plane Station. It's awesome. There's a lot of little funny things that he's applied here. So yeah, definitely check out his little posts because they're great. It's great eye candy. Also, hello Gork. All right, I'm gonna quit giving away the hidden secrets. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and keep it up because it's seriously great. So now I also want to jump over to some of 8's screenshots that he's provided. This was somewhat more recent. I want to say it was like at the beginning of the month, a little bit into the month. But some really nice, clean shots. I mean, just pleasant. They just make you feel good. It's a free browser add-on. Oh my gosh. You know, just a nice lazy cruise with a sunset planet. Pleasant. Here's a nice close-up of his ship. Very, very good stuff. I see some people saying what ships their favorites. Well, don't get too attached because there's even more to show later. Yeah. Nice little super light initiation here, getting ready to fly out of the planet. I feel like this would be a nice wallpaper. That's nice. It's nice. It's just nice. It's nice. You know? It's pleasant. It's grand. It's great. Delightful. There's a word. We also have this one with his shields getting hit from the rear. Nice absorption effect there. I like it. Pretty slick stuff. Definitely approve. I think you've done a really good job, 8, with capturing these images. Taking out a GMB freighter full of innocent women and children. Oh my gosh, I am kidding. Everybody calm down. Goodness gravy. GMB would not transport that, okay? They are ruthless. They're corrupt. All they transport is a bunch of garbage goods. You calm down. All right? Goodness. But regardless, it was 8 who did it. But yeah, traveling goods. I love the way that he's capturing this stylization of a close range shot with the explosion in the background. Pretty impressive. This really has me hopeful for the content that you guys are going to be pulling out from your screenshots. I'm loving it already from the alpha. From the alpha. The beta is going to get even crazier. The early access, guys, oh my goodness. It's lovely. It's lovely. So keep bringing it. Keep bringing it. It's awesome. We got one more picture from 8, and then we also have a couple from another fine chap who I actually haven't seen too much from him. I think he might be new to the Discord, but it's great. Will somebody think of the children? Right! Exactly. I also really like this shot though. Just all the it's just so clean. Like this would be another one that I would want as a wallpaper. They're great shots. So good work, 8. Keep it going. I want to see more. It makes me satisfied. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, so now we have Frank Black with a couple of pictures of his own. And these are going to be vertical shots. So just mind the gaps, if you will, but they're intentionally designed like this. I think they're lovely. I think they work really well. So we've got this one. Incredibly pleasant. Oh my gosh. Like, what can, like, you know, it's great. I love this. It's just so simple, and it works. It works really well. Like, I could legitimately see some poor mobile company taking a screenshot from our community and then putting it as a post for their little crappy game and saying, oh, look, we're EVERSPACEs too. It's they use straight from you guys. So that somehow they avoid some sort of copyright. Nope, sorry, that's not going to avoid our copyrights. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I love the way that this is styled too. And then obviously we got a couple more. This vertical shot, the sun glistening through the starship with the rings around the planet, just so, oh my gosh. It's so great. Zende, I love the question. Give me 1 second. I want to cover the rest of these for our community, and then I will be glad to answer. But yeah, I think I'm a really big fan of how even the vertical shots really capture a strong sense of the visuals, the stylistic presentation that we have to offer within EVERSPACE 2. And with deep customization to the ship, both aesthetically and from a level of gameplay, I really am looking forward to seeing how you'll be building out your shots and how you'll be submitting them to us. It's just stuff we love to show, and I want more of it. I want more of it to show people, because I love this stuff. I love this stuff so much. You guys are very talented, and I also want to see more fan art. I feel like together as a whole, we don't have enough of that. I think Spectral Badger has been leading the charge incredibly well. So huge shout out, dude. Awesome stuff. Seriously, I love the work that you're mixing and matching in real world situations. I want to see more of that type of content. I know you guys can do it. So do it. It's really good stuff. And we got one more shot here. This one, I think this one was a fan favorite on the Discord. Just like, it's almost like it's an asteroid's eating the player there. Just rah. So great. quality of these shots. On point. Grindle says, I did make 2 low effort Atom emotes. This is true, Grindle. I'll give you a shout out for that. That's fair. That's fair. The Game Night says, I'm not a photographer, I'm just a fighter. Hey, you know what? That's fair. But our photo mode is hard to go wrong, okay? I say that and I know that I'm immediately going to regret it now. If you like stick ships, I could do some fan art. I have a feeling that I'm going to get stick bugged. Oh boy. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to keep this image from Frank Black. I don't know if Frank Black's in the stream. If he's not, somebody go grab him in the Discord. Be like, bruh, your image is in the live stream right now. Just like tag him and be like, bruh. Please don't harass him. Okay. But send him to the stream. And I'm going to answer this question from Zende, and then we'll answer a couple more questions. So he says, I'm just going to read it aloud. I haven't read it yet. This is partially dangerous, but we're going. I felt that EverSpace 1 suffered from not enough marketing. Hard for indie devs. Many potential players were just not aware of the game's existence. Still recommending EverSpace 1 to people today that never heard of it and buy it after. Do you guys plan to do some aggressive giga marketing for EverSpace 2? Giga marketing for EverSpace 2 in order for it to get the coverage it deserves. I think so many people are looking for this type of game, but risk not seeing it. Zende, I think that is the be-all, end-all question for any company that is selling a product, right? Marketing is an invaluable tool that helps us bridge the gaps between people who know what we're working on versus people who don't. I mean, I'm being incredibly obvious, and that's what marketing does. But we are doing our best. We have a lot of people that are in the know about EverSpace 2 already, and we're hopeful that this is catapulting us in the right direction for still having a year's worth of development until full release. So Michael, obviously he's the CEO, but he's also a main marketing guru, and he has a lot of tricks, and he knows a ton of people. The dude is freaking, I don't understand it. He's a wizard, and it's great. So I know that we're doing everything in our power to do that, but to your point, to our beautiful community, you guys also have the full power to vocalize your love or hatred of the EverSpace franchise to others so that they become more aware of it. And some of you might be thinking, why did you say hatred? Sometimes if something you just don't like creates a conversation around it, that can be a really good thing too, provided it's in a positive capacity. Like I said, we were talking about VR, for example. We learned our lesson. There's a lot that came from the negativity from the initial VR experience, and we've fixed a lot of that stuff, and we are taking that with our movements forwards into EverSpace 2. So, yeah, that's kind of what I mean by that. So yeah, let's do our part together and put EverSpace 2 on the map. It'll be great. Early access into this year. I see that question already coming up. It's scheduled. I think it's scheduled for. I have to check my files again. I'm pretty confident that early access is going to launch in January as opposed to December. We'll see what happens, but it's gonna, the timing wise is at the end of this year. Okay. So it's super late. But when that happens, that's going to be whenever our big content patches start dropping. You're going to see a lot more of the game space. You're going to see a lot more customization, ship options, enemy types, locations, items, blah, blah, blah. Tons of stuff is going to start pouring into the game from that point. So that should be good. It should be real good. Also one other thing, just wrapping back around to the advertisements from that question. We also are inspired by your guys' photography too. I hope that it's no secret that we printed off a booklet for the Nintendo Switch version of EverSpace that featured fan art specifically from a user called Laser Force. We met him in person. Really, really cool dude who had some like incredible shots. That could be you. I'm serious. Like that could literally be you. Like if you're incredibly passionate about us and our work and you want to take incredible screenshots or build out remarkable fan art, we might be sending you a message that says, hey, can we use that for marketing? Like, I'm serious. So the more love that you give us, the more love that we're going to pour back into this all. Like it's a great experience to like try your hand at showing people what you love, but also creating opportunity, right? So all that being said, I'm certainly not undercutting Michael and his ability to market, because seriously, it's insane, guys. Like he's such a powerhouse. But yeah, know that all that stuff out there, and we want to do what's best for us. We want to do what's best for you and make it happen. Okay, so do we have any specific questions about game design or any like components going on? I do see a comment that says, you can see an advert and be like, hey, that looks good. Having a person say, dude, you got to try this game. It looks sick. Yeah, absolutely. That's a big difference. That's a really big difference. And that's really what we're aiming for, the game nights. Truly. Truly. It's very good stuff. Woo! I think that about wraps it up. We covered a lot of stuff today, guys. We went through the tutorial again. We did Union again. We showed a little bit more of that off. We flew around. We did some jobs. Thanks again, Andy. Like seriously, we're just gonna clap that again. Seriously. So it's been a really pleasant run today. I've really enjoyed your guys' company. I really enjoyed your guys' questions. I wanna actually read off Michael's response, because again, Michael's big beefy dude in charge of marketing, and he knows his stuff. So he's responding specifically to that question I just read off, and he says, our marketing budget is a lot higher this time around, but not even close to what is usually spent on AAA titles. That said, EVERSPACE 2 outstanding wishes are already 10 times higher compared to before EVERSPACE 1 launched on Steam. So we're pretty happy how things are going for us. And yeah, like... Michael, I remember he shared some internal screenshots of like what the wish lists look like for EverSpace 2. It was like a month ago or something, and holy freaking like things are good. But it can always be better, right? So let's champion this together and make it possible. Okay, so thanks again, everybody. You have been such a delight. You have been a bright spot in my day, in my week. And it's been so good to have you here, asking all these questions, joining me along for this ride and this gameplay presentation of EverSpace 2. I hope to hook you up with some new news soonish. We are really hard at work behind the scenes, and thank you for being patient with us as that process occurs. I know that you see all like these little bugs and things that trickle through the stream sometimes. We want to nail it out. We're going to pound it out. We're prepping the beta already. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So thanks for being along for the ride. Don't stop being awesome. I won't stop being Eric Schrader, the community ambassador for Rockfish Games, serving you. And yeah, I think I missed a step. Don't stop being awesome. That's it. And I'll see you in the next stream. All right. And also join the Discord. Toodles. Blood star. I need more screenshots. It's the only way to survive.